Some drug dealers dropped their micro scale like there. A hit from the fish is usually more of a tug. Oh.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life.
Welcome back to another video, team. In the depths of winter. Just heading out for a quick little fish down the local river today, but it is very cold, and as you can see, in winter we get this cool thing called the inversion, which is this low cloud that sits in the valley over the town, and above that it's clear blue skies, but down here it's bloody cold. So I'm just going to head out with the spin rod down to a couple of spots, flick a few soft baits, chuck some eggs around, see if we can wrangle up some of these little fat winter rainbows that hide in this river. But yeah, it's real cold. Hang on, I'll show you. Right now it is currently 2.2 degrees. So she's fresh. No fly rod today, obviously. We're going spin. It's the middle of winter. I don't usually fish much over winter, but I had to get out today and get the blood flowing because it's so cold. That's why I'm wearing waders, because I knew I had to get across this river. And this little section over here is actually a little island. And this river here is controlled by a dam. So you do have to stay switched on because it can come up real quick. Which means you've got to get back over to the main side before the water gets too high. Be in the middle of winter too, they can crank the dam open at any moment to make more power. So just got to be onto it. First little session, we just got that little soft bait that we're going to run, fish this little bank all the way down to where the other confluence is. So it's nice and light little soft bait, and we're just going to flick it through, see if there's anything sitting around in here. So I don't think I'll bother with this pool. I'm just going to fish my way down here. This shelf here often holds fish feeding in these runs. And if we can't turn anything up with the soft bait, then I'll head up to another spot up there and flick some eggs around. Well, here's a common occurrence around here. Obviously we have these pristine crystal clear rivers, but then I'm always digging out stuff like, I don't even know what this is, but I'm always digging stuff out of it. Random rubbish and litter. I have no idea what that thing is. Maybe a vape or something? Yeah, it's no good though. So much rubbish and crap ends up in this pristine ecosystem. There you go. So what I think it is, I think it's a little digital scale. I think. If I can get it apart. There you go. It's a little scale. So some drug dealers dropped their micro scale into the river at some point. Hopefully they've managed without it. Wasn't much happening over in that run over there. It's just that time of the year, man. It's super slow. But what I'm going to do is head over to this hole over here, which does tend to hold a few little rainbows at this time of the year, and try a bit of egg rolling. So I'll show you what that is in a second. So this is what we call an egg rolling rig. So we have a little long sinker that bounces along the bottom like so, and then we have a three-way swivel here with an egg coming off it. So essentially how it works is the current takes the egg forward while the sinker drags along the bottom behind it. So that way the egg's always presented in front of it. But what you need is a zone like this where you've got a flow through, a current to like push the line through, you know, and you've got to kind of have fished an area like this to know that there's no snags on the bottom, because it is a very snaggy endeavour fishing like this. But I know from previous experience that egg rolling is something that works in this spot and can be successful. So make sure our egg's free, and then we're going to try and get it in where there's a bit of flow, like there. And then we'll quickly tighten up, and we just want to keep that line tensioned so the current keeps pushing our egg down. It's essentially the same technique people use on the canals, except we use it in a river. The main thing to learn is the difference between a hit from a fish and just a hit on the bottom like your sinker rolling along the bottom. Got to be able to distinguish the two. A hit from a fish is usually more of a tug, a slow tug. Can be quite a tangly technique, but can be very productive too. I'm going to go put it in over here on this drop off more. And I know from previous experience at this time of the year we get a bunch of little rainbows that come up through the spot, and they sort of school up in here, and they come up after the browns. So the browns run up and start laying their eggs, and the little rainbows come up and start eating those eggs. And that's why we fish eggs at a certain time of the year. With this technique we want to get it out into the flow, so our egg actually naturally drifts down. No good having it just sitting there in the water. We want it to drift and look natural. This is the other issue, is you quite often have to untangle your egg after every cast, which can get a bit old. Alrighty, fish on. Oh, there we go, jumping. Hopefully we can keep this guy on. So he was right. I cast it out and ran across this drop off here, and it was just a nice subtle take. You didn't hit it too hard. That's what I mean, like when they take, it's just like it's like a light tug, and then they'll run with it. So he was sitting right on that drop off there. I just got to be real careful with him though, because I don't want to lose him. He's only just on that little egg. He's working his way up. He looks like a decent fish too. We want to get him around into this still water and then bring him in, which is exactly where he's going. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's going off. Whoa, he's a good fish. Oh, alrighty. Might have a bit of a battle on our hands here. He is going crazy. He is not happy. Big head shakes. And remember, we got our drag set just right, so he's not tugging too hard, but he can still do a run if he needs to. He's doing everything he can to rub off on the bottom. So I want to try and keep him up, keep his head up, keep him coming my direction. He's not happy. Oh, I can't get my net. Alright, we got the net. Now we'll see if we can get it over here, if it's still got life in it. He still feels like he's ready to run. So that's that egg. Oh, there he goes. That's that egg rolling technique. It just gets the egg down to where the fish are in winter. Remember, at this time of the year the fish are sitting deep on the bottom usually, and they'll only come up for something if it's really worth their while. And this is what we go after with these eggs. There's these rainbows that come and sit in these runs, and they eat all the brown's eggs that are coming down the river. Oh, he is not happy. And that's why we roll eggs at this time of the year. I mean, I usually do it with a fly rod as well. It's just hard to get down to where they are with a fly rod, and that's why this egg rolling technique really comes in handy. Oh man, he's got some power. He's a good fish. Got to keep the pressure on him, remember. Keep the pressure on. There he is. Come on, little guy. Here she comes. Beautiful fish, look at that. Beautiful big rainbow. There he is. He swallowed that egg. Beautiful. As you can see, our sinker is up here. So even when you catch a fish, the sinker sort of just hangs separate, as you can see. And as you can also see, he has absolutely inhaled the egg. Now, got the egg out, piece of cake. Beautiful big rainbow. Big fat winter rainbow. He's somewhere between 3 and 4 pounds, or 4 pound maybe. Beautiful fish. Alright, so that's egg rolling. Big, beautiful, healthy winter rainbow. 4 pounder on the egg roll. Good condition, nice and fat. Get it back in the water. I'm getting cold and hungry and I'm ready for a coffee, so I'm going to call it for today. But that's the egg rolling technique for you. Next time you're out fishing in winter, grab some sinkers and some eggs and stuff and try that technique. Whether you do it with somehow with a fly rod or with the spin rod is up to you, but you got to remember that the more you know about the fish's behavior in each season and what they feed on, the more effectively you can target them and catch them. So when it comes to trout fishing, learning about how fish move in a certain river is a key to being successful at catching them, whether it's, like I said, with a fly or a spin rod. So learn as much as you can about how fish move in your local river or wherever you want to go fishing, and you'll be a lot more successful. And like I said, a lot of people use this egg rolling technique in the canals because it's a steady flow, but you can use it in rivers. You've just got to be prepared to deal with tangles and snags, but at certain times of the year like winter can be a really successful way to catch trout. And you can also swap out eggs for flies or any other things that you think they might be feeding on, and it works just as good. It's all about just getting down to where those fish are and getting that egg right in front of their face on the bottom, and then they can't resist it. So yeah, hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go home and get warm and have a hot coffee and some lunch, and yeah, sun hasn't popped out, so another gloomy day in Wanaka. But thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.